Now, somewhere in your city, a traffic jam is forming. Nobody planned it. One car slowed down a bit, and every car behind it slowed down a little more, and a little more after that. This keeps happening until a wave of braking spreads backward down the highway. Now hundreds of people are sitting still on a road that was empty an hour ago. Engineers have spent lots of money trying to fix it. The best solution found far comes from a creature with a tiny brain, an ant. An ant colony can send hundreds of thousands of workers out onto the narrow trails every day. They move in both directions, carrying loads, switching speeds, and dealing with crowding. Somehow, no matter how many ants pile onto that trail, traffic never stops. The flow never breaks down. To understand why this is so remarkable, you need to know why traffic jams happen. You might think it's accidents, road construction, or many cars merging at once. Sometimes that is true. Scientists found out that about half of all traffic jams have no cause at all. A physicist in Japan ran an experiment with cars on a track. He told drivers to maintain a speed. For a while, they did. Then one driver slowed down slightly. The driver behind them slowed down a bit more to be safe. The driver behind that one slowed down more. Within minutes, a full traffic jam head was traveling backward around the ring. Scientists call these traffic jams. They form out of nothing, grow on their own, and can last for hours. The root problem is that human drivers react to what's directly in front of them. They only watch the one car ahead. When that car brakes, they brake. By the time you brake, the information that someone slowed down ahead has already been delayed. Now here is what the ant does differently. An ant leaving its nest does not think about traffic. It has no concept of a lane, no GPS, and no ability to see than a few millimeters ahead. What it does have is chemistry. As it walks, it leaves behind a trail of a chemical called a pheromone. Other ants can smell this. When they smell it, they follow it. An ant colony finds the efficient route to food without anyone doing any planning. What baffled researchers is that ants can pack a lot of traffic onto a trail before anything slows down. Traffic flow starts to break down when a road is about 40% occupied. Ants maintained flow even when their trail was 80% full. What are ants doing that we are not? First, when ant senses that the trail ahead is getting crowded, it slows down on its own. It does not wait for something in front of it to force it to react. Second, ants never try to pass each other. When they meet an ant coming the way, they give a quick touch with their antennae and slightly adjust their path. Third, when a trail gets seriously overcrowded, ants simply stop joining it. If an ant heads toward a trail and senses that it is already at capacity, it waits near the entrance, takes a different path. What makes this more impressive is that ants are not smart. A single ant has no ability to think or reason. It operates on a handful of chemical signals and instincts. Because every ant in the colony follows the same simple rules, the whole system becomes something that looks incredibly intelligent. Researchers have used behavior as the foundation for new mathematical models of traffic flow. The goal is not to turn drivers into ants. As self-driving cars become more common, engineers are starting to ask a different question. What if autonomous vehicles could communicate with each other the way ants do? The infrastructure to do this already exists in prototype form. The biological blueprint has existed for millions of years. You started this sitting in traffic, staring at brake lights, wondering how a road full of intelligent adults can manage to create a problem that a creature with no brain has already solved. The answer is not that ants are smarter than you. It is that every ant in the colony is playing for the team, following the same rules and choosing the flow over themselves. The jam does not form because no individual ant ever decides that its time is more important than the system. The system keeps moving.